And that image is kind of, you know, the jeans, the T-shirt, kind of working guy image you have. It's interesting that when you were a kid, what you loved were kind of the showmen, like Elvis and Jagger and all of that.
I regret it to this day. I've never looked good dressed up. I look
but didn't you practice the moves?
I look ridiculous when I get really dressed up. You know, I always wanted the gold lame suit, and but no, it never worked for me.
But you did practice like Jagger moves and stuff, didn't you?
Well, every front man worth his salt has stood in front of a mirror at some point in time with either the broom or the tennis racket and spent hours just moving to little 45s in his room. So, yeah, that was a big part of my, my studies.
And in terms of Elvis, is the story about Graceland true?
Me raiding Graceland, you mean?
Yeah, well, when Elvis was still alive.
It was 1975, and we were in Memphis, and Stephen and I wanted to go to an all-night diner. It was around 3 a.m. We got in a taxi. The taxi cab said, yeah, but there's one right out by Elvis's house. Elvis's house? You know where Elvis lives? Take us there right now. The taxi driver took us to Graceland, and I got out. I saw there was some lights on in the house, because you could see the house wasn't far up the drive. Yeah. Gates were locked, a stone wall. I looked at Steve. I said, Steve, I'm going in. and the taxi driver said, hey, man, don't go in there. They got big dogs over there. Don't go over that wall. I said, well, when's the opportunity going to come again? I jumped over the wall, ran up the drive, got to the front door. And I was just about to knock on the front door, and a security guy came out of the bushes. And he said, Dick, can I help you? And very casually, like, I said, yeah, is Elvis here? You know? He said, well, Elvis is in Las Vegas. I said, okay, well, can you tell him, and I generally don't like to do this, but that Bruce Springsteen was here. And he may not know who that is, but I was just on the cover of Time and Newsweek. For you young folks, they were magazines. They says, yeah, I was just, and could you tell him, yeah, I'll tell Elvis, and he came down and walked me out and let me out of the, that's as close as I ever got to Elvis Presley.
Wow. Good. And one of the things I was struck about your show on Broadway when you were talking about the songs, and because we always imagine that it's you talking in your voice, but in the show you were talking about actually it's other people's voices.
Well, if you're a songwriter, I think, and perhaps if you're an actor too, people think they associate you so much with the voice that you're speaking in that when they see you, they think you're that guy, you know? I mean, everybody sort of thinks you're the guy in the songs, perhaps with movie actors, but maybe not as much. I don't know. You know. But yeah, I actually write a lot in character, and I was a guy that wrote a lot about working people who never held a job in his life. Thank you, Jesus. I always did the dishonest work of playing the guitar, you know? Yeah. So, but my father, you know, I sort of inhabited my father's life for a variety of different reasons, and wrote as deeply as I could about those subjects because I was trying to sort out, A, who he was, B, what that meant, and what it meant to who I was, and what it felt like, what that life felt like in the United States, you know. So those were things that were just really, they felt dramatic and important to me from when I was very, very young, but consequently, people do completely associate you with the voice that you write in, and that's just part of the game, I guess.
Well, it's how good you are that you convince people.
Thank you very much. You know?
and you mentioned your dad there, and you had a difficult relationship, and he was ill a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And did he ever get it? Did he ever kind of enjoy your success? Did he ever understand how good you were?
Yeah, I think so. Once the money's coming in,
I get it now.
it breeds respect, you know. So it bred some respect from him, you know. But I always remember I asked him one day, I said, what's your favorite songs? Well, the ones about me, you know. So, yeah, he connected to it a little bit in the end.
Yeah. Well, and have you ever had writer's block? Because reading about you, it sounds like you've always found the process of songwriting easy.
You know, I mean, I've really been amazingly lucky. And I was looking at the other day at all the songs that John and I wrote together. It's like nearly 300. And, yeah. I'm not showing off here. But I remembered that. I would go out to his house or he'd come to mine and we would sit down for approximately 3 hours and try and write a song. And I realised we never came away without a song.
Wow. Do you ever write a song and kind of think, oh, that's good, and then kind of think, actually, have I written that song before? Because...
Yeah, you do. So you have to just sort of check it out with people, you know. You get a antenna, you know. Have you heard this song before? Yes, you wrote it.
There's James down the end there. The last time you were here, you told us about your boy band beginnings. And he wasn't. No, and they didn't do covers. They didn't do covers.
Oh,
You sang your own song.
You can't
You
sit
wrote
me...
songs.
Oh, shut
You
up.
wrote songs.
You cannot make a genuine leap from the Paul McCartney games where you're talking about their songwriting going, and of course your boy band days at school. It's ridiculous.
It's very sweet.
Have you given up the songwriting? It's a gift. It's a gift, James. You shouldn't walk away from that.
Yes, you should. It's so bad. And we had songs like Girl, Are You Ready? And Time Can't Stop Us Now.
Nice.
And
that process you say, like ringing up Nancy and saying, do you want to hear a song? Like, that must be the nicest feeling in the world, having someone, particularly Paul McCartney, like, write you a song. Because you have used lots of names. You know, there's Michelle, Eleanor, Jude, Lizzie, Sadie, and I guess some names are better for songs than others. We've got 3 creative minds on the sofa. All songwriters, I don't care what you say, all songwriters.
this is so ridiculous.
All songwriters. So, I wanted to shout, does anyone in the audience think they have a name that they can't think of a rhyme for? Obviously, everyone in the audience has a name. Lady putting her hand up. Does anyone got a name? Yes! Me! I do! No, has anyone got a name you think... Oh, that was lady over there in the corner. Can we get the boom all the way there? What's your name?
Shishimiso.
Oh, now... Oh. Tell us again.
Shishimiso.
Shishimiso?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to share a miso?
You should be so lucky.
Yeah. Shishimiso. You should be so lucky to come with me and share a miso.
Good. See?
Top songwriter.
Yeah.
You are a songwriter, yeah.
Should we try another one? Let's try another one. Anyone else? Anyone else? Oh, there's a lady there with her hand up by the wall.
Summer. Oh,
Summer.
we can do that.
Bit of a bummer.
That tends to be the problem, and dumber.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah.
Come on, James.
Summer, we would listen to Joe Strummer, but I had to leave her because she wouldn't let me her.
Paul, Katie, do you want a pen? Do you want a pen to write? You can write some of these ideas down.
You should harness this stuff, guys.
It's all going in here,
This
yeah.
is gold.
Between Sir Paul McCartney and Katy Perry, bummer.
OK, one last one. Let's do one last one. There's a lady there with a short... Oh, actually, let's do the glittery lady.
Lorna Jean.
No, let's not do that. Lady with the short blonde hair, the glasses, sitting against the wall there.
Ulla.
Oh, it's a good one. What is it?
Ulla.
Ulla.
Where are you from?
Finland.
From Finland. Ulla from Finland.
Ulla.
Ulla.
Come on, James.
What did you say? Come Come on, James. No one's interested in my lyrics.
Ula.
Ula.
Come on, guys.
You
Focus.
couldn't fool her.
Excellent.
Fool her. She's much taller. And plastic ruler.
Oh, nice. You missed that. Ula, you couldn't fool her because she's cooler than a plastic ruler.
Well done, all the great advice. Thank you. Very good. Okay. Yeah, so, did you guys meet backstage before? No.
No, I met Josh.
Yeah, we met out front.
Iggy.
I
Did
you? I was parking cars. So.
Gave you my keys.
Now, congratulations, guys. This album has done so well.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, no, it has. And it's called Post-Pop Depression.
They missed me when it was over.
Oh, it's not over yet. And it's out now, and I know you're doing a number from the album later on.
Yeah.
Which one are you doing?
Sunday, it's called, about, being tired.
Okay. And now, so the two of you worked together on this album. Who contacted who?
I texted him. I just thought he was young and beautiful, and I wanted to work with him.
Well, who wouldn't?
Thank you.
But what did you send him? You sent him a bunch of stuff.
Later, I sent him, I wanted to sort of wind him up a little, and make him think about me, so I sent him a kind of a dossier. I sent him one thing, it was sort of comedic poetry called German trivia, like, hey, Josh, do you know what they call it in Germany? They call it a schwanz. Do you know what they call a womanizer? They call him a schwanz dragger. That's a tail dragger. Stuff like that.
And you thought, this is the man I want to work with.
I thought, yeah, this is helpful.
And was this the same dossier where you sent was it stories about chairs or poems about chairs?
Well, I was old before I even had my first solid rental, and I really didn't have any home base for most of my life. So when I finally got some dough, I not only collect chairs, but I go and sit in each one every day over and over, because I'm like, I've got a chair. I have a place to park my ass, right? But so I have Gothic chairs. I've got an old Norman chair. I've got Asian chairs, Indian chairs, modern chairs, Adirondack chairs, and at certain times I make the rounds.
Yeah. This is a nice way to live.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Do you have any sofas, or is it all individual seating?
Well, the sofas, I'm married, and my wife takes care of sofas.
Oh, okay, that's her interest.
And I wonder, in the poem, I wonder what's going to become of the chairs when I'm gone. Because this is part of life.
Yes, it is.
It's a poem.
Yes, yes. Let's not dwell on it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, chairs always find a new ass, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Just like me.
Scoot over,
And when you were working together, you lived together. But apparently your wife was worried about sending you off to live with other people.
I sleep in the nude, and I spend a lot of time in the nude. I live in Miami. I like to be nude. And she said, well, you can't just walk around. You're going to be living with these people. You need some pajamas, And so...
I like that's what you went from nude to pajamas. Sweatpants?
Nude to Hugh Hefner.
There was one night, we're living in this little tiny, it's kind of a shack in the desert, and Josh's car alarm went off at 2 a.m., and he sleeps in his skivvies, I learned, because he was ready. He jumped right out in the skivvies.
Yeah.
And I had my pajamas, and I had a little, I had a robe with a shawl collar.
But also, he had like a
nice
smoke.
thing.
He had a smoke machine, and doves were released. I'm outside going, "Who the hell's out there? You're a dead man!" And I turn around, and these doves fly. and I got lost in it for a minute.
Because I don't know about you guys, when you see Iggy on stage, I always thought you came on stage and took your shirt off. But it's more a case of you put trousers on to go on stage.
Exactly. That's it.
It makes it really easy to gauge his level of excitement, though. you know?
But Josh, you brought us a picture of Iggy backstage with the rest of the band.
Well, I mean, I think in the spirit of celebration and to sort of like get across what it's like. And also, this was after our first gig. We finished our first gig, and I thought we should come together and just have a toast, you know, really.
So this was right after the gig. You all everyone.
He's unawares of the photo, so this is gonna be really cool to see this.
Well, here's Iggy Pop and the rest of the band post-perf.
That's a beautiful picture.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Very good. Like, this is 31st studio album.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow. And what's great is, listening to these songs, it's you and Bernie Taupin sort of at the top of your game.
Well, it's the most piano-orientated record I've ever made, and it's a very simple album. And I don't really see the point in making a record if you don't try and make it better. I've been making records since 1969, and I made a lot of records, and this one is one of my favorites, because I think we've come a step further. I'm singing better, I'm playing better. It's a very relaxed album, and so I'm very happy with it. And, you know, I'm sure Judy would say that she goes into every part hoping to make a better performance than the last one. There's no point in carrying on otherwise, just for the sake of it. I mean, they want the record company, who are here tonight, I don't mean that. They're a very good record company. But they, you know, it's been suggested.
Shows when you're a star, doesn't it? You're a proper star can call a record company.
They wanted me to make Christmas albums and, you know, cover albums, Motown records, but that is so silly, you know. I'll leave that to Rod Stewart and people like that.
Did I say that?
Yes, you
Having
did.
said that, his album's doing much better than mine.
Mr. Melton, did you always sing in your kind of, I don't know what you call it, like an American soul voice, or a... Did you ever try singing in English? If you're in your own... in English, you know, with an English accent.
Off. What do you mean, like, oh, Terry, I'm a rocket man flying up the earth out here. It doesn't work, Graham.
I take your point. Right. Maxim would keep going, but I'm not. I'm backing off. Yes, yes, Sir Elton. And both of you, you're on tour at the moment, and you're going on tour.
Yeah, well, actually, we've done South America already. And
yeah, that was the warm-up.
That was the warm-up. Sao Paulo, 33 million people in Sao Paulo.
Oh,
that's a big gig.
I meant came to the concert.
Yeah,
no,
can you hear us at the back? And it's not just you, it's Metallica.
Yeah.
And Joan Jett and the Blackheads.
Oh, not Metallica, it's...
Motorhead.
Motorhead.
I knew it was someone beginning with M.
It was an M.
I was this close.
Yeah, Lemmy and Motorhead, and Joan Jett, who's great. Both bands are just killer rock bands.
And this kicks off in November.
Yeah, and we'll be here in November, so don't you miss it.
And you, Missy, you're on tour at the moment.
I am on tour at the moment. We play, anything up to 600 people. It's enormous.
They're really loud, though, aren't they?
Sure, we did Cheltenham Town Hall the other day. It was... we rocked Cheltenham, I tell you. I'd love to do warm-up for one of your gigs, Alice.
Now, this tour, you're bringing back the big kind of stage things.
Yes, it's time to bring back the big production, and we made it a little more dangerous this time. I mean, the last time they cut my head off in a guillotine. Do you do that in your show?
No, but it's going to be in the next one. I like this. I may knit while it happens.
Near a basket.
Yeah.
We have the hanging this time. We're not just hanging me, we're hanging me in a straitjacket.
Okay.
Which means I have absolutely no control at all. Just so to show the audience it's, you know, it's a harder trick than it looks like.
Now, has this gone wrong? Well,
one time. In London, one time in about 1978. And, you know, when the floor drops out, you have this sort of, I can't do anything about this. And the rope's not really supposed to hit your neck. And all of a sudden, I felt it hit my neck. And I put my chin back and it went up. It burned me like crazy. And went right through the floor, knocked me out. I missed 2 songs.
Sorry, did you say this was in 1978?
About 78.
That is nearly 30 years ago. You've not learnt at all that this...
No. I said, we've got to get this right.
You've been very vocal about saying that, you know, you like money, that you are a true American rock star because you do it for the cash.
Well, it's not only that, but I mean, it's, you know, if you stay off stage long enough, you crave it. You have to go back. I feel more at home on stage than off stage.
But with the whole kind of the rock and roll thing, rock and roll is always kind of, because on one hand, it's very full of kind of excess and but then on another level, it's all quite kind of mundane. Because, like, who do you get your snakes? Who breeds the snakes?
Well, there are snake breeders, actually. Yeah.
Snakes.
And you don't actually carry a snake. You go to the local snake place. You know, there's like a rent-a-snake. Hertz rent-a-snake that you can go to and get your snakes. I know that sounds you probably have never done that.
No.
Does that mean you can only play venues near snake shops? I mean, you could never play Dorking, for example, because...
Well, no, you rent them for a week, you know.
Do they come in a very long, thin truck? I like that.
Very thin case.
The snake's here. Back it up.
Now I'm going to tell you the most disgusting story.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay. I've used the snake on stage so many times, you know. And we're playing in Los Angeles, and all the Sex Pistols are there, and all the guys in Kiss, and all our friends are there in the audience. And I have the snake on stage, and it's a very dramatic moment on stage. And all of a sudden, everybody's laughing. And I'm going, they're not supposed to be laughing at this point. And all of a sudden, I realized this snake had defecated. It's never happened before, but when they defecate, it was all down the side of my clothes. About 8 piles on the stage, and it was the worst smelling thing you've ever smelled in your life. Now, of course, the Sex Pistols went, yes! You know, that was the greatest thing they'd ever seen in my life. You know, how does he do that? And so, now the worst thing about this is it was a carnival kind of show where all of my roadies were dressed like these really awful clowns. So they come out to clean it up. And when they're cleaning it up, it's making them gag, and they start throwing up. So now I've got piles of anaconda, and I've got clowns throwing up on top of it. And I'm going, I'm even disgusted with myself. And I believe you, everybody in the audience said, this is the greatest show Alice has ever done.
Because there are so many kind of classic Aussie stories of excess and madness, do you only know them because people have told them to you?
Well, I kind of remember. When I used to go home, Sharon used to bollock me all the time. So that's how I remembered a few things, you know. But, you know, everybody's heard the Bat, the Dove, the Alamo and all that stuff, but it's stuff in there that people hadn't heard. I remember one night, I went out to a place called Benihana's, have you heard of them?
Oh, yeah.
And I was drinking sake out of a soup bowl. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up in pitch black, and I can see these car lights going past me. And I go, where are we? So I'm feeling around in the dark, and I feel this car, and I want to take a pee. So I unzip myself, and suddenly this blue light on this car goes, woo! And the window winds down, this woman cop goes, when you finish shaking that thing, your ass is going to jail. Picture of that, when I'm in the jail in Memphis, that's what happened.
I mean, did you find any of it funny at the time?
No.
At the beginning, Ozzy was kind of like Arthur character. He was really sweet and funny, and everybody would love to invite Ozzy around because you'd have such a good time. But then it kind of turned on him, and he became the Hulk when he had a drink.
But I mean, it was. I got fed up with it at the end. So did everybody else around me. I couldn't continue doing that. I like being cleaner.
But now, just to take you back, because the thing is, all those stories are in the book, but there's also a lot about when you were young.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it is, you know, if you're sitting at home and you've just put the children to bed and you're looking at your little angel, just bear in mind that this man here, this was him at once upon a time. This is what he looked like.
That was me.
That was you. Who knew?
Who knew I was going to be the Prince of Darkness at that time?
It even looks like he's praying there.
I know.
It's a little angel.
I was pounding super glue. I couldn't get my hands open.
And before you found music, I mean, you did struggle. You did lots of different jobs, didn't you?
Yeah, I was my first job was a plumber, but I didn't like that because the only time you get work is in the winter when the pipes are burst. So that didn't and then my mother got me a job in a factory, tuning car horns. It's true to say that was my first musical job.
What, tuning car horns?
Yeah, it's sitting in a soundproof room, and they would come along and the sound come back. My mother would be going, no, keep on working. And then I would tune, and they had to do 900 car horns a day. It's like being in a sound asylum. Oh, you need one of them at the end of the day.
And then you worked in an abattoir as well, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Dying trade, though. I worked there I quite enjoyed that because when you get there early in the morning, by the time they'd finished all the killing, you go home. So you had... You know, I think everybody...
Sharon's making a face. He's bitten the heads off things.
It just sounds so extraordinary to say, oh, I quite like that. But by the time they finished all the killing, you can go home then.
Somebody's got to do it. It doesn't come out dinosaur-shaped cows. The burgers don't come in.
I love the fact you've given away that you eat dinosaur-shaped food now.
He's a dad. He's a dad. No, but then you turned to crime. You became a burglar.
Yeah, that was even worse.
Yeah, you worked.
I wore gloves with the thumb out. That was how good I was. James Bond 003 and a half. I found me in the garden with a 24-inch television crushing my chair. I fell off the wall with it.
And then the music happened, and Black Sabbath happened, and I mean, because it must have been extraordinary, because you know, for your family living in Birmingham, suddenly you're off in a huge rock band. I mean, were they really impressed, or was it...
No, well, I was happy just to make a record and take it home and see what I've done there after you buy me the PA. And he says, let's put it on the radiogram, because we never had stereo in them. It was a big old radiogram. And I put it on, and he listened to the first track with the lightning and the thunder on it, and he stopped me and he goes, son, I'm going to ask you this question once. Are you sure you're only drinking the occasional beer?
But I love in the book, you talk about how, you know, you attract these weird fans.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was on tour one time in Japan, and the groupies out there do anything to attract your attention. They follow you around in Norton on the show. We're in this bar just to make a change, and it's a dark little bar, and this girl standing at the bar with long black hair. All of a sudden, I hear a clunk, a sound of a skull hitting them, she'd fainted. So I'm pissed, and I get up, and I get behind the shoulders, and my drummer gets her by the waist, and I get her to my knees, and she starts going, yeah. I was like, what's the matter? My drummer goes, you're standing on her hair.